Tonight, storytelling, soundscapes, and stunning self-expression steal the show in Kelowna After Dark. In the spotlight, acting coach Carly Fawcett opens the door to transformation with Born to Act Studios. Kimberly Billinton brings immersive audio and fierce vulnerability with her gripping original series. And closing the night with glitter and grit, tattoo artist and glam queen Lisa Koscheck shares her bold journey with LUXX Claws and Glamour Gang Amy. Plus, creative reflections and studio vibes in this week's Urban Interviews. On the creative edge, platform power. How the video description fuels the algorithm and your audience. Get ready, After Darkers. And now, here's your host, Silver LUXX.
Hey, what's up, you fierce, fabulous friends of creativity and chaos? This is Kelowna After Dark, the best place to be once the sun goes down. It's also the place where mood boards manifest and to-do lists turn into ta-da lists. And if you're really lucky like me, your mistakes turn into bloopers that morph into marketing reels.
I know, they're so fun to edit!
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy that, dear. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Silver LUXX, and over there in the LUXX box,
Hi, I'm the one that creates the rest of it in the background.
that's right, let's give it up for Sterling LUXX.
Editing's fun.
All right, After Darkers, let's talk about early fall in the Okanagan. It's like the perfect slow dance between summer and winter. The days are still warm enough to soak in the sunshine, but the nights start to hug you in just a little closer. You're out walking, maybe downtown or along the waterfront, and there's that perfect moment, the one where your special someone wraps their arms around you and pulls you in. Or maybe you're walking with your bestie and instead of pulling you close, they give you a little cheeky shove into the water because, hey, it's still warm enough for a swim if you don't mind the screams on impact.
And at least our phones are waterproof now.
Here, thank you for that.
Imagine back in the day, my Nokia would not have survived a single
Whoa,
dunk.
Nokia, you just
Although
went
the
there.
phones that your son keeps throwing into the pool seem to survive once in a while.
I'm pretty impressed.
They're pretty good. Although the Motorola did not survive at all.
And just like that, it's when you realize it's the time of year again where the air feels crisper, cleaner, the kind of night sky where you can see a million stars, each one looking like it's been polished just for you. And hanging there above it all is that big glowing harvest moon, almost close enough to touch. You look at it, and just for a second, it feels like it's looking back at you, hearing the quiet dreams you've been carrying with you all summer, and maybe catching one or two thoughts you weren't actually planning on sharing. But hey, it's the moon. It can totally keep a secret. I mean, probably. But there's just this beautiful change in the air, and it's the kind that wraps you in nostalgia for the season that's ending. And summer is still here, lingering in a lovely echo. The laughter, the late nights, the wild ideas. But now it's time to shift gears, to start turning those one-day ideas into today ideas. Like finally putting away the floaties and digging out the good wine glasses. You know the ones that make you feel classy even if you're just drinking juice. Yeah, those ones. And if there's one thing the harvest moon knows, it's how to shine on new beginnings. It doesn't wait for a perfect timing. It just shows up, steady and glowing, whether you're ready for it or not. And maybe that's our cue too, to show up and keep shining, even if it's messy, one page, one frame, one note at a time, until those whispered dreams finally shout loud enough for the whole world to hear. And the echo of summer turns into the anthem of your next chapter. And if all else fails, just stand outside under the moonlight and tell it your plan. At least that way, one of us will be working on it. But if you start talking to the Malbec instead, well, that's between you and the wine. So here's the move tonight. We say yes to first drafts, to off-key choruses that find their note in verse 2, to sketchbook scribbles that turn into something you didn't even know you needed. If your hands are shaking, that's just art waking up. If your heart's too loud, perfect. That's our favorite soundtrack. Kelowna After Dark is your backstage pass and your hype squad all in one. So touch up that liner, secure those lashes, and lace up those glitter boots, because we're not tiptoeing into fall, we're stepping into the spotlight. Acting dreams, poetic pages, bold ink, and unapologetic beauty. This one's got it all. The night's warm, the moon's watching, and your next chapter is already humming. This night's just getting started, After Darkers. Get ready for big vibes, bold voices, and a little chaos. Just how we like it. All right, After Darkers, we don't play when it comes to talent. And our first guest, she is a whole other league. We're talking about an award-winning actress, powerhouse director, and acting coach who's been lighting up stages and screens for over 30 years. Not just here in the Okanagan, but all across Canada and the US. From Montreal to Toronto, New York City, she's done it all. She's a graduate of the world-renowned Playhouse in New York City. And trust me, that's not just any training ground. That's where the greats go to sharpen their edge. Her film and theater work has been internationally recognized with titles like Best Comedy Short, Best Parody, and Best Comedy for her hit project Dad Bod Dale, plus Best Director, Best Actress, and Pick of the Fringe for her one-woman show Rock Bottom. She even brought home the grand prize short film at Bridge Fest, Vancouver. Basically, she's got a trophy case that needs its own agent. But Carly isn't just building a career, she's building a legacy. In 2021, she launched Born to Act Studios, and she's been helping actors across Kelowna and Vancouver tap into their raw truth, own their voice, and book major roles with confidence. And it's working. Her clients have landed gigs on Netflix, Fox, Hulu, Hallmark, Lifetime, and more. Her creative influence is everywhere, from camera to classroom, from coaching to creating. She's the definition of multi-hyphenate creative who leads with heart, grit, and total command of her craft. So let's give a massive, high-energy CAD welcome to the award-winning actor, filmmaker, acting coach, educator, and absolute queen of the stage and screen, Carly Fawcett. Hey, pretty lady.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. Can I hug you?
Yes.
Yay, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Come have a seat with me. So how's your morning going?
It's excellent. I'm here.
Fabulous. I'm so happy that you're here.
Right? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I so want to get up all in your business and ask you so many questions. You're like a powerhouse creative.
You're so kind, and please do.
Oh, goody. Okay, cool. We went digital. Ooh, upgrades.
I love it.
So let's start from the top then. What first pulled you into the world of performance and storytelling?
When I was really young, I would say 3 or 4 years old, my dad had one of those massive video cameras.
Nice.
I think it was a Hitachi.
Right on.
Maybe he bought it in 1989, 1990, and I kind of just always acted. So whenever that would be out and we'd be doing home videos, I would be doing some kind of show or performance. And that's when it started. I just kind of did it.
That's such a cute story. I like that.
Yeah.
You've trained in New York City, worked across Canada, and you've built a career that spans over 30 years. What keeps you inspired along the way?
Well, I do always say that you have to absolutely love it, meaning film. Being an artist, as you know, being somebody who makes things, it doesn't really matter what it is, you have to love it, but you also have to be a little bit insane.
Yes.
To stick it out. And I think what inspires me is it changes, but I think you just have to have that desire to say something as an artist. And that medium might change. It might be stage, or then it might be directing and working with other actors. It might be making a film or the next audition. But you kind of have to reinvent and rebirth. And I think what keeps me excited about it is that I'm always learning.
Right on.
Like I never get there. And I'm always like, what's the next thing?
I can totally relate to that. Absolutely. Yeah. Like I spent 12 years in luxury photography.
Right.
And before that, it was in graphic design. And I'm like, oh, we can have so much more fun, right?
You were telling me, you've done an insane amount. Like you're like qualified in like multiple mediums.
Yeah, I'm like, I'd be a professional student if they let me, honestly.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah.
That's fun. I love it. So tell us about Born to Act Studios. What made you want to create that space here for a training ground for actors?
Well, I moved back to Kelowna in 2021. And as you know, there's a lot that films here now.
Yes.
Which is super exciting because there was nothing like that when I was growing up. So I was living in Toronto at the time, and I moved back here and I started working here, which I never in a million years would have thought would have happened.
Yeah.
Growing up here, and we didn't even have the actor's studio when I was younger.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. So I just noticed a need for training, and I thought, well, how can I help? And also I saw a gap that needed to be filled. And I started coaching here, and I really fell in love with it.
Oh, good. Right on. I love like strong business, like boss lady vibes. Are like, oh, something's missing. Let me do that.
Yeah.
Good
I
for
mean,
you.
and it's fun. Like it's a lot better for me as an artist and somebody who needs to make my own schedule. It's a lot better than working in a restaurant. So
yeah. Some people that works well for, but I find like a lot of creatives.
For me, I like to make my own schedule and
freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like freedom.
But it's been super rewarding, and it's, I think, made me a better artist because the focus isn't on me. I get to focus on them, and it's pretty cool.
That's really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. So you've helped your students land roles in some major platforms. What's your secret when it comes to unlocking a student's potential?
My secret, I don't know if I can really take a lot of credit, but if the student is open and willing, I think with acting, especially film acting and North American film, you have to really learn to bring yourself to a role. So it's really about, well, who are you and what do you bring to the table when you walk in a room, any room? And I think a lot of actors come in with a concept of like, I want to be this other thing. And you do get to be other people. Like you're playing a character that's not you ultimately. But if you can find a way to bring yourself to that, and I can find a way to help the student be comfortable enough in themselves to express that publicly, that's kind of the way in.
Okay.
Is like, who are you? What do you bring to the table? Your defects and your assets. How does that apply to this character?
I like that.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. It's like giving permission for your authentic self to come out underneath this character.
Yeah.
I like that.
So I try to give my students a safe space where they can try things. I'll throw a lot of different weird exercises at them to get there. But my secret is, well, who is the student or who's the person in the role? And then you can work on things like what tone is the show? You know, what network? What's the casting director asking for in the breakdown? Then we can start to add in those things.
That's neat.
On top.
Is there a lot of difference between different networks? Like, is there a big direction
Definitely.
difference? Okay, tell me something like that I would know.
Well, for instance, a Hallmark, like a Christmas movie, which they film a lot of here.
Yeah.
They're very bright. If you've done a lot of musical theater, you tend to be really good at Hallmarks.
Okay.
Because you're there's no real problems. Everything's really heartfelt. And it's kind of, you have to commit to the kitsch in order for it to work. Something like a Lifetime, which they also film a lot of here, high stakes, like super dramatic. You have to commit to kind of it almost being soapy.
Okay.
Or at least you have to commit to like how intense the stakes are.
That's fair.
Right? You can't play it cool. But if it's something like HBO, then that's like every actor's dream where you're kind of bringing yourself. It's gritty, it's raw, you can take risks. So not every network and not every show is going to be the same.
I love it. I see how much like variety of what you get to work in. That's
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that.
When I found out that Kelowna had Hallmark movies, my mind blew up.
But isn't it but look at where we are. Like, of course we have Hallmark movies.
I get it, but I was like, as a kid, I was like, all those movies are made somewhere like in Vancouver, Toronto, Seattle, not here.
But
when
like
I
the
found out, it
quaintness.
blew my mind. I was like, I
know.
need to be on one of those sets.
That's secretly like one of our dreams to like direct produce in like 20 years.
Or at least work on one.
Screw, no, I'm dreaming big,
Well,
okay?
let's do it. What about like next year?
Yes,
like,
let's go.
It. Screw 20 years. Do it now.
Heck yeah. We're actually taking our course to work on union films in a week. So
Nice.
that's cool.
Nice.
Well, super
Cool.
fun. Might have to come see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, get some like,
Love it.
right? So you're developing a new series. Can you share any details with us about that project?
Yes. So I will send you a trailer of my short film.
Awesome.
The series is going to be based on that short. So what I can tell you about that, I'll tell you about the short that might give it a little bit, make it a little more clear. Basically, the short is about manic manifesting.
Oh.
Have you heard that term?
Absolutely. I'm here for it.
But you know what's funny is 10 years ago, nobody knew what that term was. But Gabby Bernstein, if you know who that is, she's kind of like a new age speaker.
Yes.
Western
I watch
woman.
on
Most
TikTok
of us
and
know
stuff.
who she is, right? Most millennials and Gen Zs.
Yep.
And so she coined this term manic manifesting. When you're sort of banging your head against the wall, I'm going to make this thing happen with affirmations, with whatever it is I'm doing. So it's about a woman who's manically trying to manifest a text back from a 45-year-old single dad who ghosts her.
I love it.
Yeah.
I super like that.
So the series would revolve around that. You know how Sex in the City was really big in like the 90s and the 2000s?
Yeah.
Kind of want to make something like that, but based in like the Western woman's spiritual manifestation pursuit.
I freaking love that.
Right.
I cannot
think
wait.
I think it'll be really fun.
Yeah. I think a lot of people will totally dive into that and relate to it.
I think a lot of women will for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Oh, I want to watch that.
Yeah.
I'm excited for
I'll
you.
send
I'm
you the
excited.
short.
Yes. I'm here for it. When you're building a character or writing a new piece, what do you do to start the process? The emotion, something just triggers you. How do you get going?
I would say I used to come at it with emotion. Now I think I really come at it from a story perspective. I think because I've started directing and working with actors, I really try to look at it from a directorial or a story standpoint.
Okay.
Like, why is this character written? What role am I filling? Like, what archetype? And then I start to get into like the emotion and in my body. But I usually start with story.
Neat.
And then I get into sort of more embodiment and who am I and what do I want to feel in this part?
Do you find that coming at it from a different perspective now, do the end results change all that much, or?
Yeah, I think I'm better than I was 10 years ago.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think that process changes, and every year it gets a little different, and I add or take away things. And that's cool.
Right on. No, I vibe with it.
Yeah.
You have created such a legacy in the local art scene here. What kind of impact are you most proud of when you look at your body of work right now?
Well, definitely my short film, The Chant. And I would say helping students, like when I see an actor have a breakthrough in class, it's pretty cool. Right, especially when it's someone who you're like, is pretty shy or hasn't acted before. And then by month 3 or 6, they come into something, like drop into something wild. And you're like, how did they go from here to here? It's pretty cool.
Right on.
Yeah.
That's so amazing. Yeah, that transformation, that must be super.
Yeah, it's exciting. And like, it's really cool when they book stuff. Like that's always amazing. But I would say when you're watching it live in a classroom, for me, because it's happening in front of my eyes, that's the best feeling. It's super, super inspiring and validating to see a student come through something.
Heck yeah, you can tell you really love what you do. Like your whole face lights up.
Yeah.
I love it.
I do love it.
What are you working on in like the next 3 months?
Well, I'm developing that series that we spoke of.
Yeah.
I'm about to launch a long-term course. So we're going to do a 10 to 12 week course for adults in Kelowna for actors, where we take them from foundations and scene study into on-camera work over the course of 12 weeks. And that's going to start in October.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
And we also have one for tweens, which will probably start in October as well.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must be really neat then to like get them acting at that age versus, yeah, that's neat.
Yeah, they're fun.
Do you guys do any type of like show or anything when you guys finish a long-term class? Is there anything like that that goes on?
It depends on the class. Like we just did a kids camp where we did a oneer at the end, like a oneer, like a 2-minute where everyone had their line and their moment.
Yeah.
And that was like the content that they took home, as well as like we did a lot of self-tape style shooting where they got to practice audition style, and then they got to take home that stuff to show their agents and their families. So
that's exciting.
yeah, often we do like a demo at the end that tends to be an add-on, but we will do different things in different packages based on what the student needs. And then my partner's developing a feature, and so I'm helping him edit that currently.
That's exciting. So you're an editor as well.
I mean, I try. I'm learning.
Hey, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Editing's a whole other piece.
Well, editing, writing.
Got it. Okay.
I should specify.
That's hard too. Like for real, I've been like learning to write as well. And it takes a minute, and then you want everything to just be perfect.
Yeah.
Well, at least I do anyway. I'm like total type A.
Yeah.
But how do you approach writing in that sense? Are you kind of all over the place, or are you super systematic?
I don't think I'd I write, but I wouldn't say I'm like an established writer. So I'm really figuring that out. Like I sometimes will just write the thing if it's there in my brain and just get it out on the page.
Yeah.
Other times I've used like beat sheets, like I beat it out, and I've, thought about story structure and just took notes on what I wanted to write. Honestly, I've found that both methods have worked for me.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Right on.
I think a little bit of structure is really helpful so you don't get lost if you're writing a feature. Like by 50 pages in, you're not like, where am I?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, absolutely. So a little structure is good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Right on. What is your favorite part of your job where you like wake up and it's like, yes, today I get to do this?
Oh, I mean, when I book a gig and it's great. Like when I get to go to work and act and be on set or be on stage and be in the thing, in that process, that's pretty amazing.
That's your moment, eh?
Yeah.
Right.
I also do really love coaching and directing though. Like it's a different animal. Like when you're out here watching, I think it's equally as exciting. It's just different.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to be watching a film trailer, right?
Yes.
So I'm pretty excited about that. Is there anything else that you want to tell us before we dive into it?
I hope you enjoy it.
Katie, behold your warrior
Okay,
god.
can you not? Just turn down your high beams, lady.
I don't want the washka. Wow, washka.
Manifesting doesn't work.
Who's spiritual?
Now summon your warrior guides.
There'll always be another holy dick.
Katie? He's here?
Oh, yes. He's right on time.
Oh my God, that was insanely awesome. You made that, like,
I know, right?
that's awesome.
It's kind of wild.
Yeah, it really, really is. You can tell you put a lot into that.
Yeah, it's hard to make something.
Damn
It's
right
it's
it
an
is.
investment, as
It
you
really
know.
is, yes. But worth
Yeah,
it though.
totally worth it.
Yeah,
And
then
I'm
seeing it,
proud of this one. It's
You should be.
Yeah.
That was something else.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I am so happy that you came on the show today.
Thank you so much for having
Absolutely.
me.
You can come back anytime.
Thanks.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you a big hug.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And then we're going to make some noise. Everybody make some noise for Carly. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Thank you so much. Bye. All right, After Darkers. If you caught episode 14, you'll remember Shannon Lester, the brilliant artist who doesn't just paint, he unleashes. Well, guess what? His collection, Sacred Creatures, is being celebrated at Studio on Water, a beautiful gallery space inside the Delta Grand, right on Water Street. And you know we had to go and check it out. From bold brushstrokes to unforgettable vibes, this art reception was a celebration of creativity, and the soundtrack of the night, none other than the ethereal sounds of Jesse Rivest, who's also joining us in studio for episode 18. Let's take you there to the color, the energy, and the heart of Kelowna's art scene at Studio on Water.
You know, I think I might be able to make you beatbox if I do this fast enough.
Jesus. Hey guys, tonight we're here for Urban Interviews down at Studio on Water with the artistic director and owner, Sherry, as well as the artist in residence, Shannon Lester. And everything here, all of this gorgeousness is Shannon's. And we are here to take a look and chat and see what's going on. How are you guys doing tonight?
Great. Thanks so much for coming.
Absolutely. You make incredible artwork and you have a lovely space here. Thank you for having us. Tell me about the night. How's everything going?
Been great. We have Jessie doing some beautiful, amazing sounds with her voices.
It's been a great vibe. I love singing with art and beautiful things. It's like, whoa.
And mermaid vibes for days.
Yeah, apparently I was like hoping for mermaid vibes and I had a mermaid
Achieved.
comment just now, so wah, wah, wah.
That was the best thing ever. Always do that. Can you just like travel with me always and make sounds as we go places? We get to see you again. You're gonna come and perform and hang out at our season wrap party, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I'm so happy to find out about it, and yeah, I've been trying to perform more, even as just a vocalist, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, now I have this portable sound world that I can just, you know, follow the vibe and then create on the spot, and it's super fun.
That's been really neat watching you do that, like as you adjust things for the crowd and just the tone in the room. And it is vibing, it melds, and even if it's a little louder, it's almost like it is the energy in the room and it just flows.
Well, we just all become one,
Right?
sort of like, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Gives you the feels.
It does, yeah.
And lots of friends and family. Yeah, it's just, and you're here, so that makes it even
Yeah.
better.
Aw,
Amazing.
thanks. You guys are awesome. And how long have you been here? This is a lovely space.
We opened 2 years ago, and it was a little tough getting off the ground, but it's been really great because we've been finding people that want to build and resonate. Of course, Shannon, being my artist in residence, has built on classes, and just the community and the people that work as a team. Just we're meeting amazing people like you and everyone in this room.
And Sherry is an artist too, so that's what makes this space even more amazing, because she's an artist, so she understands, she gets it, and
That's
she
important.
really wants to support other artists in the community. So,
That's really amazing.
And authors.
and authors and
this is
artisans, yeah.
Artisans.
Just creativity. It's a very wonderful creative space here.
We've done some fundraisers, Mamas for Mamas. We had So Far Sounds here, and everyone's just trying as small business owners to do the best they can and still be creative. And we're so blessed to be right at the heart of the cultural district. And we try to have an inviting space for piano, musicians, artisans. It's an open safe space or whatever you want to call it. And Shannon's classes, he has seniors to special needs and just all ages blending together, learning and doing beautiful things. So we're so thankful for our community that supported us.
That's really exciting. Tell me more about your classes though.
Oh yeah, so I teach a beginner's nature-inspired acrylic painting class every Sunday morning. Keeps me out of trouble. And yeah, I've been doing it since last winter. And now I have like a really wonderful group of students who keep returning, and then there's new people who join every week too. So we have a lot of fun. And it's been great because I see people's confidence building, because that's the biggest obstacle with art is confidence. Like people just create something, they think it's crap, and then they quit. But I've been creating crappy art for 20 years, and I haven't quit, and it keeps getting better. So
it's freaking incredible.
Yeah, I'd say no to the crappy art part. I don't know if you want to check out the wall there.
Absolutely. Do you guys want to take a look at the wall real quick? Well, thank you so much for letting us into the space and into your art party. This is incredible.
yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks for Kelowna After Dark. I love it.
Thank you. Okay, how dreamy was that? From vibrant canvases to live music and that gorgeous gallery space at the Delta Grand, we were seriously soaking in the vibes. Honestly, I could have stayed all night. Might have tried too, but they gently kicked me out. Whether it's bold art on Water Street or random rooftop jam session, these moments are what makes this city sing. And it just proves when you follow your curiosity, Kelowna never disappoints. Stick around, After Darkers. We've got more inspiration, more surprises, and a whole lot more show coming at you. You're watching Kelowna After Dark, and trust me, the best is still yet to come.
High five. Hey, first off, thank you for giving me a second of your time, so I'll get straight to it. I'm Sterling, CEO of Sterling Silver Luxury Media, and this is
Silver, CFO and executive producer of Kelowna After Dark. We're here to help businesses tell their story in a way that grabs attention, connects with people, and drives real results.
Here's the thing, 20% of businesses go out of business in their first year. By year 3, 40% of them are gone. By year 5, half of them are gone. Why? Because most businesses miss the mark on who their customers are. They're not connecting. They're not telling stories in the way that people truly care about.
That's where we come in. I'll ask you this, how many times a day do you stop scrolling to watch a video? Now think about your customers. They're doing the same thing. Video just isn't important right now. It's everything. If your content isn't engaging, authentic, and built for where people's attention is, you're leaving money on the table. At LUXX Media, we don't just create content, we create an experience. We craft stories that people want to consume. Because marketing isn't about shouting louder, it's about caring, about respecting people's time and giving them something they'll actually enjoy, and making them feel seen.
We're not just some kind of run-of-the-mill production company. We've worked with brands across food production, realty, life coaches, and TV production, creating videos that don't just look good, they perform. We've helped businesses grow their engagement, attract more customers, and build brand loyalty by focusing on what actually matters. Here's what we do best. Storytelling that resonates. People don't buy products, they buy emotions, trust, and relatability. We craft stories that hit home. Content that works everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, websites, you name it. We know how to create content that stops people in their tracks.
Details that matter. We obsess over everything. Camera work, motion, depth of field, lighting, angles, copy, thumbnails, and even the time of day that we post. Every little detail is intentional, and that's
how we help you win. Here's the kicker. The platforms have changed. It's no longer about how big your following is. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, they're all interest-based. A good story will find its audience. The way you make better advertising? You listen. Spend time in the comments. Understand what your customers want to know. What can you do for them? How can you help? That's the secret. When you approach content this way and back it with strategic tweaks and a little budget boost, the return on investment always comes back.
Listen, I'm not here to tell you what you need. You already know your business better than anyone else. My job is to help you show off that business in a way that connects to your audience, whether it's your customers, employees, or even your investors. Come closer. This isn't about making just another video. This is about making something that your audience can't stop watching.
So let's do it. Let's tell your story, build your brand, and make something amazing together. When's a good time to chat? Whether it's over Zoom, email, or even DMs, we're ready to help you make moves.
Thanks for your time. Let's crush it.
Together.
Kelowna isn't just a destination, it's an experience. A city built around innovation, artistry, and luxury.
A place where cultures blend, creativity thrives, and adventures everywhere.
Hey, I'm Silver.
And I'm Sterling, and together we're going to uncover the unique rhythm of Kelowna with Okanagan LUXX. Kelowna isn't your typical tourist spot. It's where luxury meets creativity, where innovation blends with natural beauty, where every experience feels curated just for you.
From world-class wineries and handcrafted goods from local markets, public vibrant art, and cultural experiences, Kelowna has something unique at every turn. Whether you're a visitor or a local rediscovering your own backyard.
But the true heartbeat of Kelowna? The people. The artists, chefs, entrepreneurs, and visionaries who create experiences you won't find anywhere else.
We're diving deep into the culture, the flavors, the creativity, and the innovation that makes Kelowna more than just a place. It's a way of life.
This is the Okanagan like you've never seen it before.
This is Okanagan LUXX.
Okanagan LUXX. Discover the art of experience.
Savor excellence.
Welcome back, After Darkers. We're diving headfirst into the world of fiction, feeling, and seriously fierce storytelling. You ever hear something so vivid it plays like a movie in your mind? That's the kind of immersive magic we're stepping into next. Have you ever met someone who's got brains, heart, and the kind of creativity that sneaks up on you and blows your mind? That's exactly who we've got coming up next. She's a writer, actor, digital marketer, and the showrunner behind one of the most impactful fiction podcasts to come out of the Okanagan, Where the Leaves Fall Purple. It's a podcast within a podcast, twisting that true crime obsession we all secretly, or not so secretly, have, and turning it into something human, haunting, and completely unforgettable. She's built an immersive world full of diverse young adult characters navigating identity, grief, friendship, and the kind of mystery that stays with you long after the credits roll. Since launching, Where the Leaves Fall Purple has racked up over 80,000 downloads, earned an Audioverse Awards honorable mention, and took home bronze in Best of Kelowna. But more than that, it's been used as a teaching tool in local schools and praised for its emotional depth and representation. She is also a big part of Kelowna's indie film scene. She's co-vice president of the OSIF board, where she uplifts new talent, helps run festivals, and champions local creatives with the same passion she pours into every script. She's also a trivia host, a digital marketer pro, and just one of those people who makes the room better when she walks into it. So grab your headphones, get ready to dive deep into the world of audio fiction and the creative mind behind the mic. Please welcome the brilliantly badass Kimberly Billinton. Hey, pretty lady. Hey. Thank you so much for coming on the show. It's great to have you here. Come have a seat with us. How's your day going?
Oh, I love your branding. Great. You're even wearing a branded shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All about the branding. Can we get the branding, guys? Ooh,
Zoom in on that.
Designed by my sister. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Right on. I like it. I like it. It's fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
So are you ready for me to get all up in your business? Ask
Oh,
you
of
questions?
course.
Fun stuff. Let's do it. Let's rewind to the start of this whole creative ride. How did Where the Leaves Fall Purple come to life? Like, what sparked the idea for you?
During the pandemic, when, we weren't able to create things in the same way. And I had just graduated university with my marketing degree, my business degree.
Yeah.
And I had 3 different other job opportunities fall through just because that was the time we were at. And I was kind of stuck. I didn't know what exactly I wanted to do. And so the film industry started to come back in the Okanagan. I did some background work. I took an acting class, and I met a woman there named Jamila Joy, JJ, who inspired me to do something. And we decided to create an audio drama because that was something we could do safely and we could get creatives back working and storytelling. And it was something that people could also enjoy from home, and it was easily accessible.
That's really smart. Yeah. You guys definitely worked around that one. Good job.
Exactly.
Let's talk about the title, Where the Leaves Fall Purple. It is so intriguing and it's poetic. Where did that come from? What does that mean to you?
In the series, it comes from the note that is left by Janie when she goes missing.
Okay.
I can't exactly remember, and I get asked this question a lot, how did I come up with the title? I actually think I was raking leaves and I saw a really cool purple leaf and I was like just playing with it in my head and I was like, Where the Leaves Fall Purple. That's like a cool, weird, mysterious name. And so it kind of ended up incorporated into this series. So I needed an interesting hook. And every time I said to someone, they were like, but what does that mean? And I was like, oh,
exactly.
That's what our character Ben Miller is trying to ask throughout the series. So it's good that everybody else is asking that.
Yeah, absolutely. It works perfectly.
Yeah.
Kind of like it was meant to be. The podcast has over 80,000 downloads now. What kind of impact or feedback have you heard from your listeners or the community about that?
It's been incredible. I've been blown away seeing that a lot of our listenership is international.
That's awesome.
So when I look at, I actually get a map that shows me kind of where it's being downloaded the most. We have more listeners in the States than we do in Canada right now. So Canada, get on it.
That's right. That's right.
But the feedback's been incredible. We have whole Reddit threads about our show where people were discussing theories and then recommending it to other people. All over social media, we've had fan art drawn of the characters, which is so cool for something you can't see. And it's really interesting to me to see what people think we would look like based on our voices.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I had the most lovely email from someone, I have no idea who this person is, who actually reached out to say thank you for the series because it does deal with some heavy topics, and one of those is abuse. And she said that the series was very refreshing for her and healing in that way. Great. That she really appreciated the take on it, and that's one of my goals in writing. I want to make people feel less alone, and so that was something for me to hear that I thought was amazing that it had that impact on someone.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. Yeah, that's going to make you feel really good to be able to reach people like that.
Especially like people I know that I will never personally know, but knowing that I've made a difference or made an impact in their lives.
Yeah, sounds like you definitely have for a lot of different people. So good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Your characters, they feel super relatable, really real, especially to anyone who's ever felt like an outsider. So what draws you to writing those stories about that kind of identity issue?
I think that we often look for ourselves in media. With Where the Leaves Fall Purple, I like to joke that all the characters are a little bits of the worst parts of me because that's the type of series it is.
Yeah.
It's all about flawed people, but I think that makes them interesting is because none of us are perfect.
No, that's for sure. It'd be boring, right?
It would be so boring if life was perfect. And we like to watch people I don't want to say struggle, but, go through the motions of life and the messy parts and them finding their joy and finding their happy ending, or maybe they don't, but we want to be on that journey with them. And so when I write, I want to put a little bit of heart into all the people that I write, and that we want to follow that journey and And we might see ourselves in that journey as well and feel a little less alone because we're seeing ourselves represented on screen.
Absolutely.
Or in your ears, I guess, in audio drama.
Yeah. Well, I think that's really important to be able to see yourself in that. And then, when you watch someone going through something and you can relate, you're like, oh, good, it's not just me.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah, we can get through that. There is something past that.
And I think we can all think of like a TV show or a movie or a book or something that we really loved where, it helped us at some stage in our life. And this maybe, even if it doesn't necessarily help, it's still something that stuck with you or entertained you or made you feel something. And I think it's so cool that there's this world of fiction out there and the way that, it impacts us as human beings.
I love it. And I love seeing how excited you are about what you do. That's awesome. It definitely comes through.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. You've built such an immersive world as well, right? Because it's only audio. So that's just your writing, right? So what are some of the creative challenges or freedoms that come with telling stories just through audio?
So I can't take all the credit. Tyler Gillis with Aftertouch Audio was working so closely with me as my audio engineer. Nice. So I would build the world in the scripts and of course getting feedback from my actors and other creatives because you really can't create something like this in a vacuum. It's not just all on me. But I would essentially direct the actors or I had guest directors doing some of the episodes. So we'd create the world through the voices and the story, and then he would go and create the world through other sound effects and the other things that we kind of take for granted in life, but they do create the whole story. So whether it's just the footprints on the ground or, the sound of someone knocking on a door, like little things that we don't think about add so much to a story. That's the thing about audio. But the other thing about audio is then you have to think of what sounds will people automatically pick up on without you spelling it out for them.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I remember in the first episode, I had the scene where a character was on a ladder and he's talking to another character. And it was Tyler who was like, well, how do they know he's on a ladder? I go, well, it sounds like he's on a ladder. And they're like, well,
does it?
Like they're not gonna think about it unless you put him up on the ladder at the start. Like they hear him climbing up and then they hear him climbing back down. So it's the things that you don't think about because we take for granted when you can see them, we just know they're happening. Or if there's a character in a scene, that character needs to speak at least at some point or be referred to. Because you can't do kind of the suspense thrillery thing where someone's watching someone.
Yeah.
And you get that like, I know they're there, but they don't know they're there. Because otherwise you have to tell them that. And with Where the Leaves Fall Purple, we don't use a traditional narrator. Our narrator is someone calling into a radio show, but all the narration that they're giving is the time that things took place and the date and the initial location. So everything else has to be told through the story itself. And we didn't want to feel like we were just talking at you. We wanted you to be immersed in the story. So it's kind of a roundabout way of writing sometimes to make sure that you get all of that.
Sounds neat though.
It's a really fun exercise for your brain.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
You're right on. You've said that we're living through an epidemic of loneliness and that people turn to media for connection. How does that shape the way that you write or choose the stories you want to tell?
I think that it shapes in a way of I want to have a diverse group of characters and people involved in the story. So one of the focus on this was there are quite a few like LGBTQ characters in the story, in this one specifically. And I think also just, how different people react to different things this is also a story of, a friend's missing and there's that grief and that sadness and not everybody's going to react the same way.
That's fair.
And that's the thing is that, you might not be going through somebody going missing in your life, but through those difficult times, how do we react and how do we say, sometimes those reactions are okay. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to deal with that grief, however you feel it, or however you take action. People don't always react the way that we expect them to. And I think that's also a story. It's also a mystery.
So some of those reactions might not make sense at first. And then we delve deeper into each of the people and why maybe they feel this way.
Oh, I really love that.
Yeah.
I love that. It's neat to do a story like that, right? You have to be so far ahead of what you're planning on doing and sharing.
Yeah. So it was one story where I had to I had to know the end when I was at the start of the beginning. I could fill in pieces throughout it. But that's my piece of advice to anyone who's writing any sort of mystery or thriller or anything like that. You do have to know where you're going so that you can get there, because nothing is random in the story. It all fills in, as much as it might not make sense right away, but it all does come together. But if you're writing aimlessly,
that's not going to be as
you're
polished.
just kind of hoping you trip and stumble and fall until you're actually where you need to go, and people are going to call you out for it.
That's fair.
And that's the thing. We live in a digital world, and people online will call you out for it once you get past a certain number of listeners. I have had people that have made comments like, well, I didn't really like this. And then a few episodes later, they're like, oh, wait, I kind of get this. But there's instant feedback. So you do have to have a bit of a thick skin, because you never know what people are going to say.
That's fair, right? And you know what? Whether you're making someone laugh or you're making them question something or whatever, they're interacting. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think
and any response for me, to some extent, is a good response, because it means that we made someone feel something.
Absolutely. And that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're a writer, actor, trivia host, VP of OSIF, and on top of all of that, you've got business and marketing degree. How does the business and marketing side of things come into play when you're doing your creativity stuff?
So it's actually something I tell people is really important, to be able to market yourself. I know some people don't like to put themselves out there, but if you have something to say and a story to tell, it is important that we know who's behind it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's something that people forget, is they like to separate themselves from the art a lot, but you can't always do that.
Yeah.
No. So I think that there's a marketing aspect to whatever you do, is that putting it out there, because otherwise you're just creating whatever you're creating in a vacuum. And that's great, because if it's something that you want that's just for yourself, that's totally fine. But if it's something that you want the world to see, and I think a lot of art should be seen by the world.
I agree with you, yeah.
You have to be willing to get it out there. And that's something I'm really grateful for my marketing background and degree, because I might have an easier time with some of the strategies on how to do that. But I do implore all creatives to maybe take a look into social media algorithms, how they work, or how to put yourself out there in different platforms, whether it be online or in person, poster design, things like that, that really come in handy.
Yeah, right on. No, I absolutely agree with you. So even though what I'm doing right now isn't necessarily marketing and stuff like that, I use all of that from college. And yeah, no, you have to be present online, be authentic, let people know who's making what they're interacting with.
Exactly. And I mean, this show's great too, because you are enabling other creatives in a way to market themselves that, some people don't know how to do that in a way. And this is a form of that.
Oh, it's a great strategy, being a voice for someone else. Gets a lot of views.
That's true.
Gets a lot of borrowed authority.
We'll just borrow everybody's authority and just be like, look how awesome everyone is.
But you get to meet so many cool
people. Yeah, like it's insane. And the more we do this, like the more surprised I am all the time about what Kelowna has.
Oh yeah, there's so many here. And that was part of when we created Where the Leaves Fall Purple. We hired mostly within the Okanagan.
Right on.
And just the voice talent here. A lot of them hadn't been voice actors before, because there hasn't been the opportunity. But creating new voice talent, and also just other areas of audio fiction that we were working with. I was amazed with who is here in the Okanagan.
Right on.
That maybe hasn't had that opportunity to shine yet.
Yeah, we worked on a project together with our sound dude, Stefan.
Oh, nice.
It was a popular girl who slept in 100 years. I got to be a stoner pawnbroker, and she got to be the bitchy best friend.
You know.
Totally typecasted.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so funny. You've taught audio fiction writing in schools, and you've created roles for emerging actors and supporting new filmmakers through OSIF. Why is mentorship such an important piece for you?
Mentorship's really important for me, because I never want to make someone feel like their voice can't be heard. And I think it's really intimidating at first when you're coming into a creative space. So I was really lucky that my first foray into filmmaking was I wrote a short horror script back in, I think, 2019. And it won OSIF's script to screen competition that year. So we had the money to make it. And I did it with a friend. And that was my first foray into filmmaking, and I was like, this is like, I've always wanted to do this, and this is really fun. And it just gave me a new opportunity, something I hadn't done. And then I slowly got more and more into the OSIF sphere, and me stepping on the board was something where I wanted it to really feel inclusive, that anyone could come to an OSIF event, anyone could network and meet people and, you know, join their network to be part of this community. Yeah. And I found that my connections and friendships have grown throughout the year throughout the years in the Okanagan, especially in Kelowna. And there's just so much talent out there that my advice to anyone who is looking to start something or to do something creative and they just don't know where to go, seek out OSIF or other organizations like this, and don't be afraid to put yourself out there. If you have a voice too, and you know someone out there wants to hear it.
Absolutely. You are speaking so much truth. Hear to that. Right on. I am super excited because the amazing universe that you created with Where the Leaves Fall Purple, it's super layered and vivid, and I know our audience is going to love it. Should we give them a little sneak peek?
Sure. Let's listen to a clip from our second episode that tells you what the first time we hear the phrase, where the leaves fall purple.
Oh, that's exciting.
Do you think we're being a little too dramatic coming all the way up here? I mean, it's not like there's great service up here.
Something feels off.
Or you just don't like the plan.
I don't like the plan. It's not a secret.
But you've been telling everyone that they're missing.
Because Janie's so hell-bent on doing this, so I'm helping a friend. Just knock.
Oh, that's weird. It's open. Hello? Anyone in there?
Janie? Daniel?
Maybe Daniel's trying to scare me again.
Okay, why would he do that?
This is the same guy who almost ran me down with his truck for fun.
Yeah, and I'm sure you deserved it.
Hey! Shh! What?
Did you hear that?
All their stuff is here. They could be out for a walk.
Stop. Is that Janie's cell phone on the floor?
Wow, that must have fallen good. Is it even still usable?
You still think they're just out for a walk? You're the true crime guy.
Okay, fine. It feels wrong, but they were up here together. And no one knew they were here, so it's not like...
Like what, Ben?
Oh my god.
Is that paint on the wall? Where would they have gotten red paint?
I'm not sure that's paint. It's still wet.
We should go. Janie! Janie!
Veronica, read it. Where the leaves fall purple.
Janie! Daniel! Ben! Come on!
What does where the leaves fall purple mean?
That was freaking incredible. Like, amazing. Well done. The actors, they like nailed it. Like, it was really incredible.
Yeah, so you just heard the voice of Corey Hendricks, who plays Ben Miller, and Ashley Burns, who plays Veronica. I am also in the show, but not in this clip. And if you're interested, you can listen to Where the Leaves Fall Purple wherever you find your podcasts. And the series is essentially about Ben, who is a failing true crime podcaster who can't get anyone to listen to his show. So he asked his best friend Janie if she will go missing, aka stage her own disappearance, and he'll document finding her on the show. But as you can tell, things went very wrong. So instead of a fictional crime Ben knew how to solve, he potentially has a very real crime on his hands he may have inadvertently caused.
Oh, wow, that's wild. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I can't wait to just take in the whole series.
Yeah, let me know your theories on whodunit.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to be all over the Reddit thread.
I love that.
I'm here for it. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You are welcome back anytime.
I will definitely take you up on that.
Oh, goody. All right, I'm going to hug you, okay?
Of course.
Oh, yay. Thank you so much for coming. Let's give it up one more time for Kimberly, guys. Bye. All right, After Darkers, we've met some incredible creatives tonight. So let's zoom out and talk about what they all have in common. They need to be seen. And no, I don't mean emotionally, although we do love a good therapy breakthrough around here. I mean digitally, because when the video's done, the song's dropped, or the art's posted, what's the next step? It's the caption, the context, the damn description. That one tiny box that either opens the door or gets you buried under 10,000 dance videos and cat memes. Luckily, we've got someone here who knows exactly how to make sure your work doesn't just exist, it performs, it gets found, and it hits. Here's the edit king, the algorithm whisperer, and the reason our chaos looks like cinema. Give it up for my partner in creation and caffeinated clarity, Starling LUXX.
I'm sorry, caffeinated clarity?
Yes, caffeinated clarity.
Yeah, okay, I'll accept that.
Go with it.
All right, y'all, we're gonna go over the description. This is an incredibly important thing that a lot of people don't put enough time into because they don't understand how important it really is. It's a superpower, it's hidden, it's not utilized enough, and it will absolutely work for you in search to get found. Next slide, please. Your description still matters in 2025. And it basically matters because the algorithms will look through all the data on your post. And specifically, the description will be a huge help being able to get found in the long run and in the short run, because description is looked at hardcore by the algorithms in order to find out what it's really about and what value it has. The algorithm sees everything. It reads it, it listens to it, it scans it, it looks for things that are possibly of danger or not of value within your content, and it'll flag your stuff. I posted a video of a 22 millimeter caliber jacket that happened to have fallen out at the car wash I used to work at, and because the algorithm on TikTok knew exactly what it was within seconds of posting it, basically because it knows immediately of when it goes against community guidelines. So keep the description clean, keep it knowledgeable, allow people to know what it is that they're getting into, and filling all that out will allow you to get seen in search a lot more. Next slide, please. What to say and what to put in it. It could be several things. It could be a recap, a bonus, links, keywords, depending on which platform you're on and where you're trying to push people to. You may not want to put links in there because on Facebook, it doesn't like YouTube videos. Facebook used to love YouTube videos until Facebook got into the video game, and then they started burying posts with YouTube links in them. You want to also be careful of how many people you take off of these sites because they don't like you taking people off of the sites, even though they have ads and that's kind of what you do. But when it comes to content, you don't want to keep taking people off of the site. The algorithms will go, hey, you keep taking people off. We don't like this. We're going to put your piece of content, even though it's good, a little bit further down in our algorithm because you keep taking people off. So you want to be very strategic about like YouTube videos of how you want to take people off, why you want to take people off, make specific content to take people off, to guide them through a funnel of some sort, to be able to get their information. So links, keywords, bonuses, and recaps. A huge one is just taking the entire transcript and putting that as the description. Adding things that you missed that you should have talked about. The description, the first one or two lines can be like a second hook. It's called above the fold. So if you're scrolling and you can see the first sentence or two, that's above the fold. If you have to click more, that's below the fold. And above the fold is really, really important because it can be like a second headline of what your video is about. A little bit more teaser of what your video is about because it adds a little bit more anticipation of what it is that is going to be in the video. It adds a little bit more value and transparency of what the person is going to get when they click play. Next slide, please. Right, so that's one of the best things I've ever come across is a list of the things that I'm going to need when doing a job. Round it out. The creative edge today is to do not sleep on the description. It is highly, highly underutilized by big creators. And even on TikTok, it scans it. Have like a 2-3 sentence something there. On Instagram, have a massive description. You can have like 5,000 characters on Instagram. You can go stupid ham. Same thing with any of these platforms. Have as big of a description as possible. Don't skimp on it. Use ChatGPT. Get a nice large chunk. Take the entire transcript, either put that in there or go through ChatGPT and go summarize this, TLDR, make it sound professional, make it sound like someone wants to read it and then can't stop. It'll do a really good job. You're gonna probably have to do some zhuzhing after that, but AI is a huge
huge game changer when it comes to making content to help it get found. Like the descriptions, the tags, the thumbnails, all that stuff. Massive. You don't have to do it all alone and have all the skills no more. You can use AI till the cows come home. And that is today's creative edge.
Well, damn. Who knew the tiniest box on your screen could carry that much weight? Huge thanks to Sterling for breaking it down in true LUXX style. Calm, clear, and just the right amount of ruthless. So hey, if your video description's been more meh than magnetic, now you know what to do and why it matters. We've got one last guest coming up, and trust me, you do not want to miss this. Stay with us, After Darkers. The spotlight's still burning bright. We'll be right back.
Like the sun! It's you. You're the sun.
Yay. I thought I was a disco ball today.
You just sizzle, no matter what. I'm the bacon, you're the heat.
Hey, thank you for not calling me a pig.
Mistress Piggy.
Nice, nice, nice.
Hey, first off, thank you for giving me a second of your time, so I'll get straight to it. I'm Sterling, CEO of Sterling Silver Luxury Media, and this is
Silver, CFO and executive producer of Kelowna After Dark. We're here to help businesses tell their story in a way that grabs attention, connects with people, and drives real results.
Here's the thing, 20% of businesses go out of business in their first year. By year 3, 40% of them are gone. By year 5, half of them are gone. Why? Because most businesses miss the mark on who their customers are. They're not connecting. They're not telling stories in the way that people truly care about.
That's where we come in. I'll ask you this, how many times a day do you stop scrolling to watch a video? Now think about your customers. They're doing the same thing. Video just isn't important right now. It's everything. If your content isn't engaging, authentic, and built for where people's attention is, you're leaving money on the table. At SS LUXX Media, we don't just create content, we create an experience. We craft stories that people want to consume. Because marketing isn't about shouting louder, it's about caring, about respecting people's time and giving them something they'll actually enjoy, and making them feel seen.
We're not just some kind of run-of-the-mill production company. We've worked with brands across food production, realty, life coaches, and TV production, creating videos that don't just look good, they perform. We've helped businesses grow their engagement, attract more customers, and build brand loyalty by focusing on what actually matters. Here's what we do best. Storytelling that resonates. People don't buy products, they buy emotions, trust, and relatability. We craft stories that hit home. Content that works everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, websites, you name it. We know how to create content that stops people in their tracks. Details that matter. We obsess over everything. Camera work, motion, depth of field, lighting, angles, copy, thumbnails, and even the time of day that we post. Every little detail is intentional, and that's
how we help you win. Here's the kicker. The platforms have changed. It's no longer about how big your following is. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, they're all interest-based. A good story will find its audience. The way you make better advertising? You listen. Spend time in the comments. Understand what your customers want to know. What can you do for them? How can you help? That's the secret. When you approach content this way and back it with strategic tweaks and a little budget boost, the return on investment always comes back.
Listen, I'm not here to tell you what you need. You already know your business better than anyone else. My job is to help you show off that business in a way that connects to your audience, whether it's your customers, employees, or even your investors. Come closer. This isn't about making just another video. This is about making something that your audience can't stop watching.
So let's do it. Let's tell your story, build your brand, and make something amazing together. When's a good time to chat? Whether it's over Zoom, email, or even DMs, we're ready to help you make moves.
Thanks for your time. Let's crush it.
Together.
Our goat cheese treats. Our pet cheeses are made with raw milk and as well are lactose-free and contain billions of beneficial probiotics. We make 3 types of cheese treats, one with added spirulina, one with cranberry and one with blueberry. We also make crumbled feta cheese, which is our regular human-grade feta enhanced with Alberta-raised elk antler velvet powder. Elk antler velvet is a crazy superfood that can help with joint health and osteoarthritis. Our daily enhancer. This is our only dry product. We use our goat milk powder and mix it with egg yolk, eggshell membrane, cinnamon, chamomile, L-theanine, ginger, billions of probiotics and digestive enzymes. High in calcium, vitamin A and omega-3 fats. It's an immune system booster with anti-inflammatory and joint health properties. Mix with water and use as a topper or freeze it in treat size units. Now go play with your pets.
Imagine a city after dark, where the heartbeat of creativity thrives. Welcome to Kelowna, a place where stories are painted with vibrant hues and the people behind them are as colorful as the Okanagan sunset.
Our late night talk show unveils the untold stories of the artists, makers, and dreamers who define Kelowna's unmistakable vibe.
Meet the musicians who turn melodies into memories and the entrepreneurs who dare to dream big. These are the stories of resilience, inspiration, and creativity shared by the people who make Kelowna come alive. Our show brings their voices to life, creating a space where their stories are celebrated and their dreams take center stage.
Where every story, no matter how small, becomes a spotlight moment.
Join us as we bring the vibrant energy of Kelowna's creative scene right into your home.
We'll take you on a journey into their lives, their struggles, triumphs, and what sparks their creative passion. We dive deep into the human connections that resonate far beyond the city limits.
Together, we'll reveal the heart and soul of Kelowna's late night culture, one guest at a time. As local creatives ourselves, we recognize the importance of every artistic voice. Each story shared adds a vibrant note to the symphony that fuels our city's dynamic and artistic spirit.
This is more than a talk show. It's a celebration of community, creativity, and unique individuals who shape Kelowna's vibe. It's about the people behind the art, culture, and innovations, the ones who inspire us all.
Welcome to Kelowna After Dark, the best place to be once the sun goes down. All right, After Darkers, welcome back. I hope you're feeling as inspired as I am tonight. We've still got one more incredible guest on the way, so don't get too comfy. The magic's not over yet. Let's dive back into some more fabulous creative hustle and some boss lady energy. Now, you all know I am a sucker for sparkle, style, and a little bit of inked up edge.
Huge sucker! Huge sucker!
Boy, I'm gonna kick you out of that
one of
LUXX
those giant,
box.
6-inch across suckers. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I got a tongue shut too to dig a hole.
I am not putting that in the middle of Lisa's fucking intro. Back up.
I'm the editor.
Yeah, but you have to live with me, so be brave.
Yes, I do. And action.
Now, you all know that I'm a sucker for sparkle, style, and a little bit of inked up edge. Well, our next guest is an absolute creative powerhouse, bringing all the vibes. She's an artist, an entrepreneur, and a beauty boss who's built not one, but 2 killer brands right here in Kelowna. She's the owner of Glamour Gang Tattoo and LUXX Claws, both born from passion, talent, and pure grit. She started doing nails in 2011, taught herself tattooing with grit and ink, and built her skills from the ground up, researching, experimenting, and learning everything she could. Now, every line she draws and every set she designs is laced with precision, intention, and serious creative flair. She's even created her own gel polish line, Custom, designed with her students in mind. Whether she's crafting delicate fine line tattoos, transforming nails into mini works of art, or leading a full-blown studio collective packed with lash techs, piercers, and beauty pros, she does it all with heart, hustle, and unmistakable style. And her studios aren't just salons, they're private sanctuaries of self-expression. The vibe? Peaceful, glamorous, and deeply personal, where bold beauty meets badass artistry.
She's also built a brand identity that's become instantly recognizable in this city. Bold, inclusive, and dripping in confidence. And it's not just about the visuals, it's about the vibe. Lisa has cultivated a space where the artists collaborate, clients feel safe and seen, and every detail reflects her mission to uplift beauty pros, especially other women creatives. From mentorships to studio culture, she's built something bigger than just a business. So let's give it up for the ink-slinging, nail-slaying, community-building force behind Glamour Gang Tattoos and LUXX Claws, the fabulous and fearless Lisa Kozchuk. Hi, thank you so much for coming on the show, lovely.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, anytime. Take a seat. Let's chat. I'm so excited to chat with you. Are you ready for me to get all up in your business?
Of course.
Absolutely. Let's do this. So let's kick it off from the start. What first pulled you into the beauty industry, and then how did that evolve into what we have today?
So basically, I taught myself how to do nails back in 2011, and then I was working at a tanning salon. So then at that point, people were like, oh, we want you to do our nails. So then I went to school and that started. And then I did permanent makeup for a while. Nice. And then I started doing tattooing when I got bored of doing permanent makeup.
That's fabulous. Always something creative. So does that feed your soul?
It does, yes.
Nice. I like that. You've built 2 signature brands. So there's Glamour Gang Tattoo and LUXX Claws. What was your vision behind each, and how did they fuel different sides of you?
Well, basically doing nails, I kind of wanted something else, because I was like doing so many nails and working 12-hour days that I was like, kind of bored of that. But then the permanent makeup wasn't really as creative as I wanted. So then getting into tattooing was much better, obviously, because I put pieces together and like help people create what they actually want.
Yeah.
And then when they leave, they're like very satisfied and happy about it.
Oh, that's cool. So that really resonates with you when your clients, they just like are really happy with what you're doing, then that hits you?
Exactly.
Awesome. I love it. Your studio has like a very distinct feel. It's private, it's glamorous, and it's peaceful. What is the vibe you've created with your clients? Like, why is that so important for you?
Well, I find a lot of the time, especially in the tattoo industry, women don't feel comfortable. Especially if they're tattooing like certain areas of the body. So I find having that space where it's all a women-based business, that they can come through the door and just feel safe.
That's important. Absolutely. I love that. Thank you for making that kind of vibe here in our city.
Of course.
Much appreciated. When somebody goes to book with you for a tattoo, what's the process from idea to finished design?
So most people reach out on Instagram, but some people call, but I always get them to send reference photos of like things that they like. And then we kind of go from there. If they want to change little things, or depending on the placement, we kind of go like through that process. And then like I draw it up on the iPad, and like we can combine different images and things like that. So then they can look at it. And if they love what's going on, then we kind of fine tune it. And then they come in for their appointment and we go from there.
Right on. Is there like a favorite place on the body that you really like to tattoo?
Well, some areas are easier than others, just skin texture and that type of thing. So like arms and legs are definitely the easiest and nicer on the back.
Yeah, I can imagine.
When you're like bending over, like it's like, ah.
So what's one of the hardest places to tattoo then?
Well, midsection, because you're leaning over the client, right? So you have to hold yourself up while you're doing the work.
Yeah, you gotta work out while you're working, eh?
It can be a little struggle on the back.
Yeah, fair enough, eh? So you go home and you're like Advil all night or anything?
Yeah, well, at least my girlfriend, she works at the studio and she does massage.
Oh, well, that works out well.
Kind of works out, yeah.
All right, you got the hookup then.
Yeah.
Right on. You've got this full creative collective going on with piercers and lash techs and other artists. What's it been like to lead that kind of studio space here?
Well, the girls that I have working there, they're like really good girls. So it's nice, there's no drama, we all get along. People do little parts of cleaning and this and that, and we come and go, and it's just really chill.
That's awesome.
So it's awesome.
Right on. You've also launched your own gel polish line as well, and that was made in mind for your students that you teach. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so when I started teaching classes, it didn't make much sense for me to be purchasing all these products from like different brands. So I do use like a baseline, like Light Elegance for like the hard gels, just because the product is really good. But for gel polishes, then I just created my own so that I could have that set for them when they come in for their class.
That's really smart. Yeah, good on you. You also went all the way to Bali to learn from an artist there. What was that experience like, and how has that influenced you in your work now?
Yeah, so a lot of work that I have been doing is like mandalas, floral, all the girly things. And so going there, they do a lot of they do a lot of mandala work. So I reached out to an artist there, and it's pretty crazy because they didn't want anything from me.
Really?
Like, in return.
Wow.
So I went to this guy's house, and he like showed me how he like builds them on the iPad and all that kind of stuff. And then I did get a tattoo from him actually to support him because he refused to take, any type of payment. But yeah, it was very, very cool experience.
Right on. I love it. Do you find like you're super drawn to that type of art for any specific reason, or are you just like visually how it looks?
Visually how it looks for sure.
I love it.
I love flowers, so.
I dig that. I'm covered in all that kind of stuff too, so I'm like super partial.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fabulous. And by the way, your ink I'm here for it.
Oh, thank you.
Very rad. Looking ahead, I've heard that you're dreaming of guest spotting internationally. What would that next chapter look like for you?
So I would love to go to the States, California, Florida, maybe even Europe.
Nice.
Just because you can go down for a few days, a week, whatever you want type of thing.
Yeah.
And just have a different vibe of, different artists, learn things, So I think that'd be really fun.
That sounds neat, yeah. Is there anything creatively that you have been wanting to tackle that you haven't got the chance to yet?
Well, I do like to sing.
Really? You're a singer too?
Yeah. So I did do singing classes for a while. I'd like to get back into doing that kind of art form, like music too.
You're just like a whole powerhouse of creativity, eh? Good for you.
Well, thanks.
Do you find that that's like a big piece of who you are in all aspects? And
I
it
would say
shines
so.
through everywhere, yeah?
Yeah. My dad, so I get the creative side from my dad and the math side from my mom.
Perfect.
So he like builds all steampunk lamps and cool stuff like that too. So it's kind of fun to see like the different types of art that we all have.
That's super rad. And what's it like being a business owner and having like 2 brands going? Like, you must be really proud.
Yeah, I am very proud. It's come a long way from when I first started, but it's definitely, you see the results, which is awesome.
That's incredible. And how has the community reacted to you bringing this space in?
I think a lot of people really love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right
a lot
on.
of
Well,
clients are happy, and that's all that matters.
And your work's incredible, by the way. Like, it's stunning.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, nails and tattoos. I'm a fan of it all. Do you think we should maybe take a peek and show everybody your work?
Of course.
Oh my God, that was okay. The detail that you put into all of your work just blows my mind. I love it.
Thank you.
Stunning.
Yeah, it's fun to be able to put pieces together. And a lot of like even nail clients, they let me do whatever I want.
Oh, right.
Like, do this color.
So what do you pull towards? If you get like, carte blanche, you can do whatever. What do you go to?
I always do something crazy.
I like crazy. I'm here for crazy.
Yeah, gotta do something crazy.
How do people get a hold of you? How do they book with you?
Mainly people book through Instagram. I have Google pages, all those type of things, so they can call, text, Instagram. I try to avoid email because it's too many things to keep track of.
Yeah.
But yeah, many ways.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm definitely going to be popping into the shop, that's for sure.
Yeah, sounds
lovely. Hasn't worked done in a while, so yeah.
Let's do it.
That's great. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show this morning.
Well, thank you. That was.
Is it okay if I hug you again?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Come back anytime.
All right,
let's make some noise for Lisa. Holy hot damn wow, how amazing were our guests tonight. Creative, beautifully badass, HBIC energy for real. After a lineup like that, it's only right the city slides into soft sweaters and bold choices. Because let's be real, we work hard as creatives, and early fall is nature's way of saying, hey, slow down, put on something cozy, and maybe make a slightly questionable decision underneath the moonlight. I mean, that's what the moonlight's for, right? It's the season where you can start a project in the afternoon sun, finish it by firelight, and still have time to dance in your kitchen. Or if you're like me, dance badly and blame it on the wine. And yes, I said wine, because if you're sipping Malbec in autumn, you're basically a creative genius in a sweater. It's science. Real talk though, shout out to every guest tonight who showed up and showed out. Thank you for sharing your craft, your courage, and your sparkle with us. And remember, After Darkers, you don't need a stage to belong, although we do have one right here for you if you want to come and hang out with us. Honestly, though, you just need your voice, your truth. Be brave and live your authenticity out loud and proud. If you've ever cried during music and blamed it on allergies, that's cool. We've all been there. If your kitchen's two-stepping looks suspiciously like tripping, same, but I'm calling that choreography. And if your project has 7 false starts, congrats, that's called process. Fall is the season of change, so dive in and take chances. Start small, start now. The moon will light the first steps, you just have to take it. Damn though, tonight was a whole damn vibe. It's got me all inspired up in here. Glitter levels, totally optimal. Sterling babe, how about you? Vibe check, how are your glitter levels?
I'm feeling great. My glitter levels are, I was gonna say half mast. No, they're full mast.
Full mast
Full mast glitter levels.
It's on, like Donkey Kong. Stay classy,
sassy,
and a bit badassy.
Good night, Kelowna. Party on, Silver.
Party on, Sterling. Is that a wrap?
Cut.